New raids, events and more are coming to Pokemon Go in January 2024, and in this video I will be going through all of the details for the month, raids worth raiding, 100% IVs for the raid bosses, events worth playing and more. So starting with the 5-star raids for the month, January 1st to the 10th will be either Buzzwole, Xurkitree or Pheromosa depending on where you are in the world. Buzzwole will be available in the Americas and Greenland, Xurkitree will be available in the Asia Pacific region, and Pheromosa will be available for trainers in Europe, the Middle East, Africa and India. There will be a raid hour featuring these Pokemon in their respective regions on January 3rd at 6 PM. So following the Ultra Beasts in raids, from the 10th to the 17th will be Tornadus in its Therian form, and it will know the legacy move Bleak Wind Storm for the first time in Pokemon Go. It will also have a raid out on January 10th. From the 17th to the 24th will be Thundurus in its Therian form, and it will also know its legacy move Wild Bolt Storm. It will have a raid out on January 17th as well. And from January 24th till the 31st, Landorus will be available in its Therian form, and it will know the legacy move Sandsear Storm. It will also have a raid out on the 24th. So in Mega Raids, from the 1st to the 10th will be Mega Ampharos, from the 10th to the 24th will be Mega Medicham, and from the 24th till the 31st will be Steelix. Shadow Moltres will be available in 5-star Shadow Raids during weekends in January. So moving on to the events for the month, from the 1st of January to the 3rd will be the New Year's 2024 event, and we do have the details for this event, so I'll quickly mention these. So for this event, Jigglypuff wearing a ribbon and Wigglytuff wearing a ribbon will be making their debut in Pokemon Go. The bonuses for the event will be half egg hatch distance for eggs placed into incubators during the event, and there'll be quarter hatch distance for the first 3 eggs you hatch during the event using the Pokemon Go egg hatching widget. The wild encounters for the event will be Jigglypuff wearing a ribbon, Hoot Hoot wearing a New Year's outfit, Darumaka and Rare Spawn Bronzor. In 1-star raids will be New Year's Hootoo and Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle and Wurmple all wearing party hats. In 3-star raids will be Raticate, Nidorino, Gengar and Wobbuffet all wearing party hats as well. Buzzwole, Xurkitree or Pheromosa will be in 5-star raids depending on your region, and Mega Ampharos will be in Mega Raids. In 7km eggs will be Party Hat Pichu, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Tyrogue, Smoochum, Elekid, Magby, Azurill and Wynaut. In field research will be Darumaka, Bronzor, and there'll be some Stardust available. There'll be a new Darumaka hat avatar item and event bundles available in the shop. There'll also be a $1 timed research available in the shop, rewarding XP, Stardust, Pokecoins, and encounters with Jigglypuff wearing a ribbon, New Year's Hoot Hoot, and Party Hat Wurmple. There'll also be fireworks in the sky in-game during the event. So following the New Year's event, on January 6th will be January Community Day featuring Rowlet. We do have the details for this as well, so I'll quickly run through those. This event will be taking place between 2 PM and 5 PM local time. Rowlet will be appearing more frequently in the wild, and it will have an increased chance of being shiny. The bonuses for this event will be 3 times catch Stardust, 2 times catch Candy, 2 times chance for Candy XL, lure modules and incense will last for 3 hours excluding daily incense. You'll get 5 snapshot photobombs with Rowlet, you'll get 1 additional special trade, and all trades made will require 50% less Stardust. You can also evolve Dartrix to get a Decidueye that knows Frenzy Plant, and from the start of the event and onwards, Decidueye will be able to learn Spirit Shackle. There'll also be bonus in-person 4-star Dartrix raids, which when completed will cause Rowlet to spawn around the host gym. These Rowlet will have the same Community Day boosted shiny rates. There'll be field research to catch Rowlet, rewarding additional Rowlet encounters, Stardust, Ultra Balls and more. There'll be event themed showcases during the event, and there'll be a $1 special research, event themed stickers and bundles available in the shop. So on the same day as the January Community Day on the 6th, the Lustrous Odyssey event will take place and it will end on January 10th. There will be a raid day for Hisuian Typhlosion on January 14th. January 13th to the 16th will be the Dazzling Dream event. January Community Day Classic will take place on January 20th, which is rumoured to feature Porygon. January 19th to the 24th will be the Raging Battles and Go Battle Week Timeless Travels event. Following this, from January 27th to the 1st of February will be the Taken Treasures event, and there'll be a Shadow Raid weekend for Ho-Oh on January 27th and 28th. So that's it for the events for the month. For the Spotlight hours in January, Cast Form will be on January 2nd with 2 times catch XP. Eevee will then follow on the 9th with 2 times catch Candy. Routes will be available on the 16th with 2 times transfer Candy. Barboach will be on the 23rd with 2 times evolution Candy. And lastly, Foongus will be on the 30th with 2 times catch Stardust. In research breakthroughs will be either Galarian Farfetch'd, Bagon, Sableye, Larvitar, Furfrou or Goomy. So that's all the details for January. Let's have a look at which Pokemon will actually be worth raiding. So depending on your region, you will be able to encounter Buzzwole, Xurkitree or Pheromosa in person, but you could also remote raid the ones that aren't available in your region if you wanted to raid them. Buzzwole is a decent Pokemon in Go Battle League, being ranked 108 in the Great League, 41 in the Ultra League and 26 in the Master League. Xurkitree is currently the second best electric type raid attacker and the best non-shadow electric type raid attacker overall. Pheromosa is the best non-mega bug type raid attacker, and in terms of DPS it is the best bug type attacker overall. Of these three, I would recommend focusing Buzzwole if you play PvP and recommend Xurkitree for raid attacking, mainly because electric is a more meta relevant type than bug. This is not to say Pheromosa isn't worth raiding, because it does have very high bug DPS, so it is worth raiding as well, but at a lower priority. When it comes to Therian form Tornadus, it has no meta relevance in PvP, but it could be worth raiding because with Bleak Wind Storm, it will be a top 10 non-mega, non-shadow flying type attacker, and even better in its incarnate form. For Therian Thunderous with Wild Bolt Storm, it will be the 6th best overall electric type raid attacker, so a decent option there. It's also worth noting that with Wild Bolt Storm, Thunderous's performance does improve in PvP, but it's still not that notable. And for Therian Landorus with Sandsteer Storm, it will be one of the best ground type raid attackers, and it will have an improvement in Master League, where it is currently ranked 39 in the Therian form and 35 in its incarnate form. So definitely a good one to pick up for Master League. For the Mega Raids, Mega Ampharos is a top 10 electric type raid attacker, so it could be an option there if you need that. When it comes to Mega Medicham, it doesn't really have much meta relevance itself, but Medicham is ranked 10 in the Great League, but its perfect PvP IVs are 5, 15, 15, which would require trading to achieve because of the 10-10-10 IV floor from raids. Mega Steelix will be in Mega Raids towards the end of the month, and again, it doesn't have a lot of meta relevance, but Steelix itself is decent in Go Battle League, being ranked 79 in the Ultra League. Shadow Moltres is worth raiding if you can, because it is one of the best fire type raid attackers, and it's ranked 100 in the Master League. So with that said, what are the 100% IVs for the raid bosses for January? So for Buzzwole, the 100% IVs are 1977 and 2472 with a weather boost in rainy or cloudy weather. For Xurkitree, you want 2249 or 2812 weather boosted in rainy weather. For Pheromosa, the 100% IV CP values will be 1624 or 2030 boosted in rainy or cloudy weather. When it comes to Tornadus in its Therian form, the 100% IVs will be 1837 or 2296 with a weather boost in windy weather. For Thunderous in its Therian form, you want to look out for 2091 CP or 2614 with a weather boost in rainy or windy weather. And for Landorus in its Therian form, the 100% IVs will be 2241 or 2801 boosted in sunny or windy weather. For Ampharos, the 100% IV CP values will be 1630 or 2037 in rainy weather. For Medicham, you want 817 or 1022 weather boosted in cloud or windy weather. For Steelix, you're looking for 1379 CP or 1724 in snowy or sunny weather. And when it comes to Shadow Moltres, the 100% IV CP values will be 1980 or 2475 boosted in sunny or windy weather. And lastly, for Shadow Ho-Oh, the 100% IVs will be 2207 or 2759 with a weather boost in sunny or windy weather. So for the January events, let's take a closer look at them and see which ones are worth playing. So the New Year's Eve event is definitely worth playing if you are after costume Pokemon and costume shinies, because there is a whole host of costume Pokemon available in the wild, raids and in eggs during this event. And some new ones are added as well, like Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff wearing ribbons. There is also a half hatch distance bonus, so you may want to take advantage of that if you're looking to hatch eggs and work on your breeder platinum medal. For Rowlet Community Day, I would recommend playing this event because the bonuses alone are worth it. You will be able to grind a lot of Stardust with the 3x Stardust bonus, and Stardust is one of the more difficult resources to build in the game. Rowlet and Decidueye don't have much meta relevance at the moment, but with access to Frenzy Plan and Spirit Shackle, it will have better performance in PvE and PvP. Hisuian Typhlosion will have a raid day on the 14th, and raid days are generally worth playing because you do get free raid passes, and even if you aren't interested in the featured Pokemon, it's worth doing these raids, which are often soloable, to get XP, Stardust, rare candies, etc. Also, it's worth noting that raid days have some of the highest shiny rates in Pokemon Go, being 1 in 10, so a great time to get the shiny version of the featured Pokemon. The Community Day Classic for the month has been leaked to be Porygon, which doesn't really have any meta relevance in the game, but you might need it and its evolutions for the decks, and this will be one of the best times to get the shiny family if you're after that as well. So Shadow Ho-Oh will get a raid weekend, and it is a top fire type raid attacker with Sacred Fire Plus, but as it most likely won't be the Apex version in raids, it won't be able to get this move. However, without Sacred Fire Plus, it's still a decent fire type raid attacker, but less of a priority for raid attacking. But in the Master League, however, Shadow Ho-Oh is currently ranked 12 and ranked 6 in its regular form, so definitely worth raiding for Master League. After this event, Shadow Ho-Oh will most likely not return to Shadow Raids for a long time, so it's definitely worth picking up while you can. So the other events that are happening in between, we don't have information on yet, but keep an eye on the channel because I will be covering them as the information is released. So what about the next event coming up in Pokemon Go? Is it worth playing? If you want to know more about it, then check out this video next.